Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Have an actual topic. I want to read a few paragraphs from this book that I'm reading, and then I'll open up the panel. And believe me, I hate being read to, and I hate when other people read to me. But if there were any other way to do this, I would. So I want to show this chart first. Those of you that are old timers may remember it from way back when I used to use it a lot. It's kind of a chart of personality development within the positive disintegration framework by this Polish psychologist, Kashmir Dabrowski, whose model I draw on a lot. But that's not the important part. The important part is, I want to show you. Before that, hang on. Oh my God, I haven't even gotten started and the chat's already fighting. Let's see. I found better growth numbers from leaving it on. In fact, it's one of the things that helped me start get pushed over the edge was turning that sub mode on because the growth was a lot slower before that. Besides, people can unsub if I'm not asking a lot. If you want to participate, sub to the channel, and if you don't like the experience, if you're just testing us out, you can always unsub. It's no big deal. All right, back to the philosophy, kind of. It's more like cultural, intellectual history. But the reason I'm doing it, because it comes up a lot, even now in our world today, especially our world today, whether we consider our world an actual world or YouTube. All right, let me share this chart. The important part is right here, we have these primitive instincts, self-preservation, aggression, sexual impulse, all the things that we have to constrain to be in civilized society. Most people, the statistical norm, get adjusted to some kind of, they have a social instinct that's strong enough to override these to where they can get adjusted to some kind of shared cultural narrative and become a more or less functioning member of society. You have a few psychopaths, feral people, people that can't maintain, control these impulses or constrain them, end up in this lower tier. So the important thing for my purposes is we have these primitive instincts as one layer of our personality. They get socialized by a higher form of or a framework for channeling them, which we called civilization or society or culture or community norms, like anything like that. All right, I think that's enough for the chart. So I've been refreshing my Greek intellectual history, and one ways I've been doing it is reading Bertrand Russell's very useful, I think, History of Western Philosophy. And we got to a point in Greek history, very early in Greek history, where they start to civilize very rapidly. And this is in the Mycenaean period, before kind of the development of the Greek mainland. This is often the colonies, Asia Minor. Um, and remember, before that, you had Crete, the Minoans. So it's in that time period. And in the process of that civilization, there's this religion that they believe comes from the north, from Thrace, like kind of modern day Balkan area, that worshiped a god called Dionysus, or the Roman version is Bacchus, the god of wine. You see him a lot at Mardi Gras. And that religion spoke to a more primitive part of man, these primitive instincts, that layer of personality that I showed on the personality chart. And so Russell goes into why that religion became so suddenly popular in a society that was civilizing past and beyond those instincts. And I want to read a few paragraphs related to that because I think this is the first point I can locate in recorded history, um, that we can take a look at that struggle between like our natural instincts and the impulses we want to act out, and then what society asks of us to keep to keep a civilized society going. It plays out here today. It plays out in the panel verse. We saw it a lot in the French and American revolutions and Romanticism. But I think this is a good origin point to look at it. And this is going back probably a couple of thousand of years. Right. I'm just going to read straight and try not to go off on too many tangents. Let me just find my place. All right, here we go. He says the success of Dionysus in Greece is not surprising. Like all communities that have been civilized quickly, the Greeks, or at least a certain proportion of them, developed a love of the primitive and a hankering after a more instinctive and passionate way of life than that sanctioned by current morals. To the man or woman who, by compulsion, is more civilized in behavior than in feeling, rationality is irksome, and virtue is felt as a burden and a slavery. I want to read that line one more time because it's crucial to everything I want to talk about. To the man or woman who, by compulsion, that's the process of socialization, your parents, your early childhood education, to the person whose compulsion is more civilized in behavior, in how you act, than in actual feeling, then rationality, thought, higher thought, thinking, and virtue, trying to be good and do the right thing, is felt as a burden and a slavery. I think rules or standards or requirements in general, that concept of being civilized in behavior, in action, but not necessarily internally. And it got me to thinking of a lot of the opposition to authority we see on here and the system and police and cops. And I think the difference in me, because I get called a bootlicker, a sellout, is the things that have civilized me, they have done so in feeling as well as action. In fact, the action could not happen if they hadn't got to the feeling first. That's that intrinsic motivation that I try to work with because I think that's the way to make actual change is to socialize somebody in feeling they have to have emotional and psychological buy-in as well. You can get people to act whatever way you want. Cops do it all the time. But you're not necessarily emotionally and psychologically going along with the cop. But in order to keep civilization going genuinely, you have to have some kind of emotional investment and participation in that civilization as well. And so for the people that don't have that, they're still kind of wild and feral, or they still have these impulses that they want to be indulged. They don't quite fit into this higher way of living, this more cooperative way of living. Um, he said the civilized man is distinguished from the savage mainly by what he calls prudence, or to use a slightly wider term, forethought. He is willing to endure present pains for the sake of future pleasures, even if the future pleasures are rather distant. This habit began to be important with the rise of agriculture. No animal and no savage would work in the spring in order to have food next winter, except for a few purely instinctive forms of action, such as bees making honey or squirrels burying nuts. In these cases, there is no forethought. There's a direct impulse to an act, which to the human spectator is obviously going to prove useful later on. True forethought only arises when a man does something towards which no impulse urges him, because his reason tells him that he will profit by it at some future date. Hunting requires no forethought because it is pleasurable, but tilling the soil is labor and cannot be done from spontaneous impulse. So here we have one difference between kind of the barbaric or uncivilized man, the feral man that lives in the moment and reacts, versus the one that can see a future goal or outcome and then align current actions and reactions with that. And they may not be what would be natural in the moment. So um, it's that prudence or forethought that distinguishes the barbarian from the civilized man. Give me one second. John, yes. And I'm going to actually get to that because we're kind of going to end there. That's where this is taking us. All right. Civilization checks impulse not only through forethought, which is a self administered check, that's something you have to do yourself, but also through law, custom, and religion. This check it inherits from barbarism, but it makes it less instinctive and more systematic. Certain acts are labeled criminal and are punished. Certain others, though not punished by law, are labeled wicked and expose those who are guilty of them to social disapproval. We see that in cancel culture of today. The institution of private property brings with it the subjection of women and usually the creation of a slave class. On the one hand, the purposes of the community are enforced upon the individual, and on the other hand, the individual, having acquired the habit of viewing his life as a whole, increasingly sacrifices his present to his future. And so that begins that civilizing impulse of not just living in the moment, but for a future moment or a future goal or purpose beyond your immediate needs, instincts, or reactions. All right, a couple of more. Um, it is evident that this process can be carried too far, as it is, for example, by the miser. But without going to such extremes, prudence may easily involve the loss of some of the best things in life. The worshiper of Dionysus reacts against prudence. In intoxication, physical or spiritual, he recovers an intensity of feeling which prudence had destroyed, which civilization had destroyed. He finds the world full of delight and beauty, and his imagination is suddenly liberated from the prison of everyday preoccupations. The Bacchic ritual produced what was called enthusiasm, which means etymologically having the god enter into the worshiper, who believed that he became one with the god. Much of what is greatest in human achievement involves some element of intoxication, meaning mental, not necessarily biochemical. Some sweeping away of prudence by passion, of civilization by that wild impulse. Without this Dionysian element, life would be uninteresting. With it, it's dangerous. Prudence versus passion is a conflict that runs through history. It is not a conflict in which we ought to side wholly with either party. Um, all right, one more paragraph, but it's not the one I was looking for. In the sphere of thought, sober civilization is roughly synonymous with science currently. That's as far as we've taken the mental civilizing impulse. But science, unadulterated, is not satisfying. Men need also passion and art and religion. Science may set limits to knowledge, but should not let set limits to the imagination or creativity. Among the Greek philosophers, as among those of later times, there were those who were primarily scientific and those who were primarily religious. The latter owed much, directly or indirectly, to the religion of Dionysus. This applies especially to Plato and through him to those later developments which were ultimately embodied in Christian theology. The worship of Bacchus in its original form was savage and in many ways repulsive. But it was not in this form that it influenced the philosophers, but in the spiritualized form attributed to Orpheus, which was ascetic and substituted mental for physical intoxication. So here we see that even within the religion, it's starting to kind of civilize itself from the completely raw and savage into something more mental and spiritual. And there was a passage, I'm not going to look for it now, but it was also The Dionysian religion was also one that celebrated what it called the violent emotions, the passions, the emotion that shows up here, the what I call the fire. And so even back then, there were people that were noticing that that was kind of being civilized out of the person, but still saw a place and a value for it. So I wanted to offer that because I think it ties together a lot of what we've been talking about. Um, Especially ending with the scientific worldview as kind of the most advanced mental form of civilization currently, and the Christian religion perhaps being the most advanced form of the religious part of civilization, which was rooted in that Dionysian one. Of course, if you're Mormon or maybe post-Christian, there could be other religions outside of that. All right, I'm gonna drop the link. Come on up. And you don't have to talk philosophy. I just wanted to get that out of my brain. We can always there's all right, there you go, folks. Let me catch up on comments. Hey, prudence versus passion. Yes, yes. Because we even I know on my own channel, I try to bring a reasonable amount of prudence, a a prudent amount of prudence to the passion here. So it's not like a raw, unrestrained blood sport drama channel. And it does filter some people out that are looking for more of that Dionysian experience. Dionysus is also the dissolver of boundaries. It's how people come together. The modern form in my generation, rock, that is the modern form of Dionysianism. And after me, for the millennials, the raves. It's where you lose yourself in a larger experience. The boundaries between you dissolve and you connect with the people around you better, sometimes chemically enhanced. In my culture, we also have Mardi Gras, which is a form of Dionysianism. So anytime you feel boundaries dissolving and you becoming part of something more than yourself or merging into something larger than yourself, that's the Dionysian experience at work. Yes, exactly that. Um, yes, that's because people that know science or learned it in school know that that's what it is. Some people think it's a body of dogma or authority that's imposed on them from above. Let's ask this guy. He knows a thing or two about science. Not really. Nothing about science. Welcome, Sean. Do we have you today? Meow. Philosophy and action, being and non-being. Sean is one of the people I feel comfortable speaking for him on this while he gets his tech set up that I think would like to see more civilization, that we're under civilized because we're still doing terrible, barbaric, savage things to the planet. So my point is that line that shows up very early in Greek, this is before really the rise of philosophy, just around the rise of the natural philosophers, which are the precursors to science. So kind of on the cusp of modern civilization, this shows up that early. This divide, this tension between being socialized and civilized, but still wanting to be savage and feral. Yeah, but how do you that's part of that insight, like, how do you stop greed? What do you do about it? People are gonna you can't control that it exists. People are going to be greedy. You could that's that thing where you can civilize them in behavior, but not feeling. Unless you had some way to change the feeling of greed within them. We do need those useless things. We absolutely do. or we wouldn't have any of them. All the useless crap we grew up with and that we show on here, we need that. That's part of our modern civilization. It's part of our identity. We don't make the things we don't need, or the
Good
market
day.
survive the market. Hey,
Yeah, you're talking about philosophy and ancient gods and stuff. Yeah, I watch a lot of that stuff, especially
I
digital
know.
gnosis. I know Gnostic informant. He talks about all the ancient
Yeah, I know
gods
his
and
he's a
religion.
channel person, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, Gnostic informant, and he
Yes.
does the history of ancient gods and the link between Christianity and Judaism, and they're all connected.
Yeah, because Christianity came after all this, and so did modern Judaism. Modern, I mean, like
So
pre-Christian Judaism.
so they're not like all separate. They're all like copying each other, stuff like that.
Well, the scholars don't really know the extent to what's an influence and what developed independently, but they kind of all grew up in this cultural matrix together. So they
Well, I
interpenetrate.
well I heard a scholar saying he's called something Donald, who says that the Iliad, there's a story of the Iliad in the New Testament or something,
No, that's
and
Greek.
there's
That's
like
that's
there's a
Homer.
scholar called Richard Carrier, who's a mythicist, who thinks that Jesus was a myth, says that all the ancient gods were kind of similar to each other, like dying and rising, and
Yeah, the
like
themes.
Dionysus turning water into wine. So they're all quite similar stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because stories are at the root
So
of culture. Like before modern culture, that's all they had was stories. And because it all
well, yeah,
came
they
from the
didn't have the
same
science.
area of the world, the stories are gonna like cross pollinate.
Yeah, they didn't have the scientific method back then. All that stuff that the Greeks kind of was it the Greeks that made all this philosophy? Yeah, the Greeks were the main, but there was philosophies in other countries too, wasn't there?
Um,
Like,
there were things that could be called philosophy now, but as far as the origin of it, it it either developed out of what the Greeks were doing, or it developed independently in some form that we now call philosophy because of what the Greeks were doing. But the Greeks pretty much invented philosophy because it grew up within. There were features of the Greek language itself that allowed them to explore concepts in ways that no other language could at the time. So it's a specifically Greek creation.
yeah, and they were also doing a lot of science. I mean, there was other civilizations doing science, maths as well, but
Well,
the
the
beginnings of
Greeks,
it.
I mean, the Egyptians had math and some science and stuff, but the Greeks were the natural philosophers like Thales and that group, the Ionians, were kind of the first group to formally and systematically try to find natural explanations for phenomena instead of mythical stories. Because the habit then was to explain something, you told some imaginary story about why that thing happened. And they were the first ones to say, let's not use any of those imaginary stories and let's see if we can find explanations or stories that explain it that are limited to just the natural world. And it was also around the same time of this Dionysian religion. So kind of the rational, intellectual, civilizational side developed in tandem with the religious, savage, barbaric side that wanted to be free.
Yeah, so there was the fear of death, which led to religion. Well, no, fear of the unknown led to religion, and then fear also led to the scientific age as well. So fear helped create philosophy and religion, kind of. Well, the pursuit of knowledge, basically, because
Yeah,
we
but I don't know
fear
if that's
lack
out
of.
of fear. Like, I'm sure everybody that pursued knowledge had different reasons for pursuing it. But curiosity is it people that have a lot of curiosity, it's its own drive. It satisfies itself. You don't need any other motive.
But fear has a big part to it, like you know what I mean. I think.
Mm, I'm a pretty curious person, and I don't have a lot of fear. I don't notice a relation
Well,
between the
yeah,
two
sorry,
in my
yeah.
own
For
life.
some subjects, like you fear the predator, like like necessity, like fear of starvation, fear of all these things that humans worry about, led us to these discoveries. That because if we had no fear, obviously we would not have. We would just stay in the Stone Age. It's funny how some civilizations progressed and others just stayed the same, and it's the same now. It's probably due to environment and other reasons.
Yeah, that's probably one factor, the environment, because they adapt to their environment. But they don't all adapt
Yeah.
the same way, so there's some individual factor.
Yeah. So you're a materialist, yes? What type of atheist are you, or philosophy do you have?
I'm I don't know if I am an atheist. Um, I consider myself a naturalist, not necessarily a materialist.
What does a materialist mean again? Sorry.
Here, I have the perfect person for that. One second. Come on, stupid machine. Wake up. Hey, there
Charlie.
you are. Okay, what's the question? Oh yeah, explain materialism versus naturalism.
Absolutely. So, materialism and naturalism are both philosophical viewpoints, and they overlap a lot, but have a bit of a different focus. Materialism is the idea that everything that exists is ultimately made up of physical matter, and that all phenomena, including thoughts, consciousness, and emotions, can be explained entirely by
Right.
interactions of matter. In other words, the physical world is all there is. Naturalism, on the other hand, is a broader view that everything arises from natural causes and laws, and that the universe can be understood through science and reason. Naturalists generally reject supernatural explanations, but they might not necessarily say that everything is strictly material in the traditional sense. In short, materialism is about everything being physical, while naturalism is about everything being explainable through natural processes without resorting to the supernatural.
Thank you, Charlie. I'd say that's correct.
You're very
All
welcome.
right.
How did
So
that explanation work for you?
okay. So the naturalists, materialists don't allow the outside, like the possibility of spiritual or outside the physical world,
No,
and
neither one does.
materialists, neither one does. But there's one of them that's more open, I think.
Naturalism. It can be explained
Yeah.
by natural processes. They don't necessarily have to be physical. They're just not supernatural.
Yeah,
So
that's the
consciousness,
confusing part.
information.
Supernatural means like outside of the known, like it could be ghosts or unexplainable stuff.
Beyond the physical.
And then spiritual is, what does spiritual mean again? It's confusing. It, like people use spiritual all the time.
You've heard
Well,
have you
the
watched my show? I've been trying to answer that for probably over a year. Every single time it comes up, I try to answer it. I have no you are asking the wrong person.
ask Charlie. Charlie, you hurt my finger.
Charlie, what is spiritual?
Spirituality is kind of like a broad umbrella term for the ways people seek a sense of connection to something bigger than themselves. It doesn't have to be tied to any specific religion. It can be about finding meaning, purpose, or a deeper understanding of life. For some folks, it's about in peace. For others, it's about connecting with nature of the universe. And for some, it's about exploring big existential questions. So it's a personal journey, and it can look a little different for everyone.
Is that satisfying?
Absolutely. Glad to hear it.
No, not you. I'm asking the guest.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
I thought
Well, I'll let the
spirituality was
guest chime
more.
in then. Just let me know if you need anything else from me after that.
You don't, Charlie, is there a way to not talk unless I tell you to talk? You don't have to respond after everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
but I
can do that.
thought
I'll just stay quiet
Charlie.
until you let me know you need me.
I thought spirituality was mainly about like supernatural stuff or like ghosts and. Well, no, actually, it was like soul or consciousness and all that stuff. Like finding a higher, like
It
the
doesn't have
third
a
eye.
scientific definition, so it's about whatever the person using the word, however they're using the word, because there's no actual way to. It's not correlated with anything we can all agree is spiritual.
Oh yeah, it's the
That makes
same
a
with
lot of
when they.
sense. It's definitely one of those words that people
Okay, goodbye. Thank you. See, he doesn't listen.
It's like the word energy. You know, I get bad energy or something like that. But energy, I heard somewhere, is just a term for matter changing, or it's not actually a physical thing in itself. It's just an act of change in physics. It's not a thing in
But I don't think
itself.
that's what people mean when they talk about feeling energy from people or like in a room or on a panel. They're talking about
Sorry,
something.
there, I couldn't hear you. Bad internet.
I said, I don't think that's what people are talking about when they talk about feeling someone's energy or feeling the energy of a room. They're not talking about like the state of what physical state it's in. It's something emotional that they're reading.
Yes, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like spiritual people or gurus. Like Deepak Chopra and all those people use energy as a word for the soul or consciousness or feelings and stuff like that.
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe so. I don't know.
Well, the new age spirituality stuff and all that crap. Well, sorry.
I don't. I
Ideas.
haven't been in my new age is so old. It's not even new anymore. That was like almost 40 years ago. Wow.
Why did you ever think about joining the new age stuff? I mean, I don't think it's as popular now as it's probably more popular in California.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in joining the new age. Are you in the new age?
Well, I'm kind of lefty, so I kind of I'm more to that side, but I don't agree with their spiritual or all that
Is that a
stuff.
lefty thing? Are there any people on the right at all into the new age?
Well, maybe.
I
Well,
remember when I
actually,
lived in
there's a lot
Austin, they
of.
had this huge new age bookstore, and it was a lot of liberal people like vegans and stuff walking around shopping. But Austin is like mostly that population anyway, so and that was in the 90s.
Yeah. I'd say no, but there's actually a lot of new age spiritual people now who are anti-vaxxers. So there's a lot of them now who are anti-establishment and stuff like that. Because of COVID, a lot of them became RFK
Oh, okay.
Junior
Well,
voters.
I have nothing to say about that topic. We can move on from that one. I have no clue about them. I don't know about any of that.
But you know what I
Let's see
mean?
what this guy has to say about philosophy and
Hello.
being civilized versus savage.
Sounds
I'll
like you're
try.
delving into racist territory there, right? Other
what?
reasons? What are the other reasons why some civilizations? I mean, I don't want to say too much there. Get in trouble. Be careful.
Other
what you
reasons
find
what?
out. Society, civilization. I mean, what do you want me to say about it?
I can't. You have to get close to the mic.
How's that?
Yeah, a lot better. Way more manly too. If you could keep that register from now on.
The manly register.
Yeah, I'll try to
You want
do
me
the
to breathe
same
into
thing.
it too?
Yeah, Mr. Dick. So go ahead with your
What do you want me
story.
to talk about?
What you were about to say. about other reasons.
What's the other reason?
You brought up other reasons.
Reasons is one of my favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire songs. You want to sing that?
When you came on just now, you said something about having other reasons for society.
That's what Sean said, and I'm just
Well,
saying.
you're thinking about genetics. You think that some people are smarter than others genetically wise, which is a controversial issue. But I'm not.
Intelligence is controversial only to the stupid people.
Well, I heard that some.
Well, it is controversial, sir. I'm not saying it. We're not allowed to talk about it, Jeff.
I mean, it's not controversial to smart people. We know we exist.
Sam Harris talked about it. There's a lot of right wingers that talk about it, but there's some scientists that are saying it's not correct, and some that are saying it is. So I'm not sure. I'm 50-50 on it.
Well, we're not sure. We know even less about that than the conspiracy channels you hear this from. So I don't know why you come
Sean. Wait, Sean. You think some people aren't, as a group, smarter than others? I mean, are you really saying that?
Not as a group. I'm talking about individually.
I'm not talking individual. Overall, as a group.
I'm talking individual. There are some individuals that are intelligent in measurable ways than others.
Yes, I think we can all agree.
I'm not making any group claim whatsoever.
No group claim.
Fair enough.
So you don't think Cajuns are better at something than other groups, Jeff?
Better at what?
I don't know. I'm asking you, since apparently you're
but now you're
special group.
Switching the issue. That's not what we're talking about.
I'm not switching the issue.
We're talking about measurable intelligence.
You're just not intelligent enough to follow me through, and you don't know how to just get with the program here. Jump on the train. Jump on the winning team.
How many IQ tests have you taken, just out of curiosity?
0. So what?
Okay. I've had like a whole bunch, so I have way more.
Because that means you're smart. Okay, good.
It means I know what they actually involve and how they're measured.
What's your IQ, Gen X, Jeff? What's your IQ?
I'm not gonna give my IQ. I'm in Mensa.
150. No, 130 something.
It's not The Price is Right. You're not gonna get my IQ.
It's not like we're asking what your junk size is, sir.
Okay, if that's the answer is no. They're hijacking the show with questions I've already said I'm not going to answer.
You're out here.
Nobody gives their IQ. Even people in Mensa don't give their IQ to each other. That's how I know you're not in Mensa.
I would never, even if I was smart enough, only stupid people would join Mensa. What's the point? Just to show off. Look at me, I'm smart.
Chapter is different. I was in it.
Look at me, I'm smart. It's like mutual masturbation. This is the most. Is there a more pretentious group? I say no.
Well, yeah, I don't remember seeing you at any of our meetings, so I don't know how you would know.
Even if I was smart enough, which probably not, I wouldn't go. I'd rather.
No one's forcing you to go to Mensa. That's not even what this topic is about.
Why don't you and OTW or no? Who is it? Someone wants to take an IQ test content thing.
This is the first I'm hearing.
Well, I think it's Trends or whatever. Trends wants to challenge OTW to an IQ off. Why don't you and him get together and do some content? See who's got the biggest brain.
No one's talked to me.
Who's the smartest person in the panelverse? That's the question. Who do you think? Who has the biggest IQ? Who do you
Mine
think?
is in the top 0.5%.
Just give me top 5.
Standard deviation. Oh, definitely top 5. Yes, but I'm intelligent enough to take this theory seriously as well.
Serious question. Who is your top 10 IQ in the panelverse?
I think P.F. Jung is highly intelligent, and some of his crew.
He's not in the panelverse.
He does panels.
No, the degenerate panelverse. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that side of the panelverse.
Yes.
Well, the smart people don't go. I'm an anomaly here. Like most people like me don't hang out here. Dolbez. Steve.
I don't even know these names. Talk about some people that I've heard of.
Joe that used to come by. We used to get a lot more in the past because we all came out of P.F. Jung's community. So we were like this little community of nerds.
Joe Cool
and Spurs.
I asked you a question 3 times already. Are you going to answer it or not?
I'm saying what I want to say.
When you said Joe, I was trying to figure out if it was Joe Cool. Who are you talking about?
No, remember little Joe that we did a show together, the Nexus.
If I don't know them, then they even exist? No.
Remember he did the stocks? He would talk about the stocks all the time.
Why is it so hard for you to answer this question? You're scared? You're going to hurt someone's feelings?
I gave you, how many names did I give you?
None that I've heard of.
That doesn't mean they don't exist.
We're trying to be politically
smart people.
I think Jeff is smart. And,
I'm not surprised you haven't heard of the smart people.
But it could be subjective. I mean, another man's smart is another man's dumbass. So
well, but smart people can, like, there's little things we could do. Here, this one right here.
Am I smart, Jeff? Jeff, am I smart?
Mid. You don't want to be in Mensa anyway, so.
I don't want to be in Mensa.
I will say this, and I'm not exempt from it, but you do dumb things now and then. But then I do too. I can't exempt myself from that.
I never claimed.
It's just, I'm telling you, it's just the insecure people. I'm not sitting here trying to rank people. I don't care.
No, you're ranking yourself. I'm in Mensa. I mean, what a shit you are. I'd be embarrassed to be in Mensa.
Letting you know, because there's certain IQ minimums to be in.
Yeah,
Mensa.
I know what Mensa is, you fucking stuck up piece of shit. I know what Mensa is, asshole. Just because I'm not in it, just because I don't qualify. When I heard about it, I was like, "This is the biggest,
right." But don't accuse me of
organization
doing it
ever.
Something that is not why I'm doing it.
You're showing off, and you won't admit it. Admit it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. It's like look at me.
I guess just you have a complex about Mensa that if that's showing off to you.
Mensa isn't.
For some people, it's a negative.
Showing off.
They don't even admit
shit
it because it's so dirty. They don't want people to know. It would deduct social points from them.
Oh my god!
So sometimes you take a risk, even admitting that you're part of Mensa.
Yeah, because if someone tells me they're Mensa,
as I just did, because you're obviously not the Mensa crowd. So.
I'm not jealous. I know that they're just a twat. I know that they seek validation amongst others. I know that.
Yeah. Any new gay confessions that you're like indirectly trying to not tell us about?
Any what?
New gay confessions.
Gay confessions.
Did anything happen at Salsa recently?
Yeah. Bunch of just more dude on dude dancing action. Pretty horrible. Bunch of Indians showed up.
New dudes, or are y'all getting comfortable together?
What?
Are these new dudes, or are y'all getting comfortable together?
They're Indian dudes.
Like for Asia, India?
Like Durka Patels.
What's Durka? Oh, Patel.
Whatever, man. Dot Indian. Yeah. Whatever you call them. Yeah, Asian Indians.
Asiatic.
Sure.
Just don't call them Oriental.
You can only use that term if you're white in regards to rug and you are white. Or what about you play Monopoly, Oriental place?
Oh, an outfit for a party. What would you wear to a party?
What kind of party?
Besides this one. Pretend it's like a bondage party. You're going to
I don't go to bondage parties. I don't want to go to that. No, I'm never going to that.
You didn't want to go to salsa either, and you didn't want to do all the other stuff that you. So pretend your sweetie wants you to come. It's not an actual cake party. It's just a costume party with that theme. So you don't have to, like, no one's going to do anything. Just dress up in that spirit. What would you go as? The Gimp?
I guess I'd wear the Gimp mask with the funnel for drinking pee.
You could probably
I just pour drinks in it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh yeah, we were gonna start a show. It was gonna be the straight eye for the queer guy, something. And I was gonna get gay advice from Barney because I do that anyway. We were gonna.
No, but can straight people choose to be gay as well? Is there such thing? Like, can straight people? Well, that's bisexual, but like, there's some straight people that like.
I don't think they'd be straight anymore. They'd be bisexual if they could force themselves to be attracted.
They still have they still like women, but they still have sex with men sometimes. Just I don't know.
Having sex is not the same thing as being attracted to it. So they could engage in gay behavior. There's a lot of porn stars that were straight that did gay porn.
I mean, does gay for pay count? I guess is the first.
Didn't you
question.
do a porn movie?
No.
There was a hooker in it. The quality seemed about on the level of a porn like plot. Maybe that's where I got confused. It was like porn without the porn.
You should just stop talking about my movies because you're never going to show them. So what's the
You
point?
wanted us to play a clip the other day.
Yeah, I did, but you won't. So I'm just done. I'm not even going to talk
I
about
have
it.
to know that it's not like you have permission, but you didn't.
Wait,
so.
Barney, are you like? Do you don't like gay people? Are you you don't like the gays? Is it or the trans? Is it the trans mainly, or you're just joking, right? You're just being anti-gay, but you're joking. I'm talking to Barney. Talking to Barnes. Are you a secret gay, or are you like actually straight that doesn't like the gays, or are you just joking about it?
What brought you to this conclusion? Honestly, like what did I do to give off that vibe, or what did I say?
Because you're criticizing the gay. You're criticizing Jeff on. I think you were talking about gay stuff, and it was sounding like you were joking about it or criticizing it. So we getting the vibes that you maybe don't like the gays or the trans or stuff. Am I wrong?
I don't know what I don't. Yeah, you're wrong.
It's a vibe thing. The vibes were wrong. That's vibe epistemology. That's why you need a way to refine it into something else.
I mean, I don't like drag time story hour. Excuse me. I don't like drag time story hour for kids. I'm against that. I think trans is. I mean, anyone that wants to cut off their wiener, you shouldn't let them. Wiener lives matter. WLN.
But it's if a grown adult wants to cut their wiener off, how is it affecting you?
Because there is a medical condition. I forget what it's called. We can look it up if you want to, where some people, for whatever reason, want to remove a perfectly functioning, non-pain inducing appendage or a part of their body, such as a hand, an arm, or a foot. And no doctor in their right mind does it. So why should we let a dude cut off his wiener? These people are sick. Anyone that wants to cut off,
question.
Excuse me. Anyone that wants to cut off
this
their
is
wiener
my show. That was
passion,
not my question.
And I would not let them cut off their wiener.
That was not my question. How is it hurting you? How is it affecting you at all? Forget hurting. How is it even
because I have empathy for sick people, and I don't want them to suffer.
That's your problem. You're just gonna have to suffer. Maybe you're just hyper empathized, and you're gonna suffer no matter what.
Well, I think I think you don't want the increase of the trans population because you think the human race will go down because you think a lot of people will become trans. Is that what you're saying? Or RFK Jr. is just banned. He's trying to ban the young kids from getting transition, which I kind of agree with. But you just don't. You want to ban all of it, do you?
I don't want dudes to go to a doctor as a consultation to cut off their wiener. That's just so wrong. Did you hear the part where I explained it?
It's not your business.
It is. Because sick people are, if you don't let me finish, we don't let people who want to end their life, we stop that, as we should, because it's a treatable condition. We should bring them to the ER. Hey, what's wrong with you? Let's do an overall check. Let's see if you're on any drugs, probably. Let's see what's going on with you. Okay, you have feelings of cutting off your wiener. Let's reconsider. Let's not get you to a doctor who wants to cut off your wiener. No. Let's talk about.
Why do you care what grown people do with their wieners?
I don't know how many times you want me to explain this to you. Because they're sick. I have empathy for sick people, and I want to help sick people. I don't want them to suffer.
It's your empathy for what you see as a sickness.
Anyone that wants to cut off their wiener is sick. It's sick and it's foul.
Okay, well, you got used to the gays. You can get used to this.
No, the gays, fine. The gays are fine. I'm always curious as to what.
You're not even going to ever know or see any like you don't even have to worry about it. It's not going to affect you.
I
Just
have
like the gay
empathy,
couple
sir.
living
I have
next door,
empathy, sir. I
you
have
don't
empathy.
have to
If
see
I
what
see
they do
someone
in their bedroom
suffering,
unless you go look it in their window.
okay, yeah, well, okay, whatever. You think people should cut off their wieners if they want to? I disagree. I think tattoos on the face should be illegal too. I guess I'm just
I don't.
un-American.
I
I guess I'm just
more,
violating First Amendment
I'm
rights or
for more
something.
freedom than it has to be really extreme before I step in and restrict somebody.
Well, where is the limit? Where's the limit, sir?
I don't know, but it's not that. It's not where yours is.
I mean, are they cutting off kids' wieners?
I said
Where's your
adults.
limit?
I'm not talking about kids.
I'm
We're not
asking
talking
you.
about kids. None of us.
Where's your limit, sir? When do you want to step in and take away their rights of freedom to help them, to save them from themselves?
I don't feel like I have to save them from themselves. First of all, I don't go stick myself in people's business that are not my business. It doesn't bother me. Strangers' sufferings don't normally bother me.
Well, I don't
I
really
guess
do it
I'm not
either.
as
I don't
empathic
do
as
it
you.
either. I'm just stuck in my mom's basement. This is my only recourse, really, is to come bitch to you. It's not very powerful message. It's not
Well, that
reaching
sounds
that many
very
people.
healthy.
And I don't think it's going to effectuate change, quite frankly. But you asked, so I let you know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the answer. So nothing happened at Salsa?
I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Tell us about the guy.
I don't want to talk about it, honestly.
You said you wanted to bitch.
I don't want to talk about
It
that
sounds
anymore.
like you really need to
I'm
bitch
done
about
talking about
this.
that. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Don't ever ask me again about that.
I will honor that. Well,
Never
I
going to
can't
talk
guarantee
about it.
that.
We're going to talk about other stuff now.
If I do, feel free to just leave the panel. How's that?
Do I not feel free now?
Yeah, but just feel more free. That'll
Okay.
be my deal.
I'm from henceforth onward, I refuse to speak of that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
About salsa class in general? Or
I don't know what you're
those
talking
particular
about.
guys?
Yeah, yes, that.
The guys.
Salsa.
Did something happen? Why is it suddenly taboo? I mean,
Something
you brought
happened,
it
but
to
not
my
at,
stream
something
like 4 or
happened,
5
but not at the
times already.
class, and I'll just leave it at that.
What happened?
Something happened, but I'm just going to leave it at, but not at the class. I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm done.
You're not in the class anymore? Did you get kicked out?
I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Was it voluntary or involuntary?
It's voluntary that I'm not going to talk about it to you ever again.
So you got kicked out.
It's gay related. Some people were gay or acting strange
Did you
or
get canceled?
Ask me what I'm doing tomorrow.
What are you doing tomorrow?
The old band that I quit in a rage of anger, cussing the drummer as I was walking out his house, his door. The whole band is getting back together, minus the drummer that everyone can't stand, just for one jam session. So that's exciting.
Wow. You excited?
I am. And
are y'all going to stream it?
No, I think everyone except for me has made progress musically because they're all in other bands. I'm hoping they want to like have a band and include me. Please put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Well, they found somebody they dislike even more than you, so you weren't at the bottom.
Well, the drummer
but you're probably in line to be the next scapegoat now that the drummer's gone.
I am problematic, but the drummer was the worst. But he was the leader, and he had a lot of positive attributes, but mostly negative.
What do you think his IQ was?
It's actually pretty low, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news. That is good news.
I'm going to name my top 5 smartest.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Right after you name yours.
I named mine already.
Name one in the degenerate panel verse.
Well, do you consider my channel part of the degenerate panel verse?
Right in the fucking gutter. Yes. In the belly of the beast.
Then I named several people that come to this channel. I said Dobez. I said Steve.
Oh, is that Scandinavian prick?
Rogue.
Is that the Scandinavian prick who doesn't like white people eat whales?
Animated effigy.
Can you answer my question?
Denizen sometimes.
Is it the
When he's not being
Scandinavian?
a barbarian savage.
I'm up there. I'm a guest, frequent guest.
I don't know
You
you.
are
I
a
think
frequent guest.
I don't know. You making assumptions about me. I don't like you. You don't cam up. You know, I don't like
So
sharing the
who are your
spotlight either.
fives?
Is Dolbez the white prick from Scandinavia who doesn't let white people
Norwegian,
eat
yeah.
whales? He's the one that doesn't let white people eat whales.
No, he didn't. I don't think he had a problem with that. He was
I
kind of on
think
your
he doesn't
side.
like
He was just
anybody
looking for
eating
a
whales.
fight.
I think he disagrees with most people. I think they banned, they stopped whale hunting in Greenland, there, Iceland. Anyway, so what are your top five? We'll stop talking.
Top 5 smartest.
Jack Talcott,
Yep.
Paul Enslaved, Hank,
Yeah.
Flow
Hank is
State.
the most unrecognized.
People
because-
do underestimate him.
And you're
But not
everyone's a
very
prick
often.
to him, I've noticed. And I think it's unwarranted, including you, Jeff. You're a prick.
What
It's
do you
just
think Moose is would he be top 5?
Actually, I can't. I see now why you can't play this game. I don't want
Or
to start
Frank.
naming names.
Like, you
causing
have to be
problems.
intelligent to make the kind of art that they do. I would even like give some of it to Uncle Fatty, probably.
Yeah, but is art first off AI?
Yeah, that's a higher form of
AI
intelligence than I have. Have
Sorry.
you heard my chicken music?
AI is not art, sir. It's not.
It's art.
I'm
If
not
it has
impressed.
the same effect that other art does, it's art.
Someone programming saying, "Hey, make a song that sounds like this." It's not art. It's not.
No, it's the song itself or the video itself.
Okay,
You
well,
have
I'm
to
just not
evaluate the
impressed.
work.
And does art equate to a high IQ anyways? Or it's like art IQ? Do you think that Basquiat had a high IQ or whatever? I don't know who's a great artist or whoever you think is
I
a great
don't
artist.
think he was that great of an artist myself, but I'm not into the visual arts, so I'm not the best judge.
Okay. I mean, do you think Beethoven had a big IQ, or is he just like all his power went into music?
Yeah, he was probably. I'd put him up there. He's probably one of my top 5s in the music world. But back to your panel verse 5. So Talcott,
I refuse to play
Andrew
this game
Wilson.
now.
Do you think
I'm
he's
not going to
smart?
answer this because I don't want to.
Dude,
I see
have you heard of Benjamin? Benjamin, he
No,
does
he's
he
not.
co-hosts with Hank.
I can assure. I have got the streams to prove it. He can't even keep track of what happened on his own stream.
You talk about Benjamin, the Jewish soldier guy from Israel?
Netanyahu.
Or the one that
No,
streams
he's
with
called Benjamin Tak. He co-hosts with Hank O'Famnio. They have a show together every Tuesday. I call in sometimes.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay,
Talk
there you
about
go.
psychology.
People, the smartest people in the panelverse revealed.
I didn't actually put.
I'm
my
sure
list
I've
out.
left people out.
I didn't put my list out.
Hey, Track. Here's a pretty smart guy.
I don't like the way he says actor, so it's not smart.
Boo. What are those, strawberries?
Who's that guy? Is that something? Is that Moose's brother?
No.
Looks
Oh,
like
is
he's
it
related to
tomato? I
Moose.
think he's throwing tomatoes at somebody.
At me. What does LIDF stand for? What does that mean?
I don't know. I thought that
All
was
right.
the Israeli army.
The IDF. It is.
Maybe it's the lesbian wing.
Could be. It's headed up by Barry Weiss. Makes sense.
So what's your
So back to
philosophy? Where do you
philosophy.
fall?
Yeah,
Huh?
what are your beliefs of philosophy, Ben Barnes? What are your
How do you stay
beliefs?
so civilized?
All right. I'm only going to take questions from Jeff. So Sean, for those reasons, you're out. Go ahead, Jeff.
How do you stay so civilized? How do you maintain your
Civility.
Yeah, why aren't you this well? You for the panel verse, you're kind of tame. Like, you're not There's people way more like feral than you are. So you have a reputation, but it's not like you can't behave.
What is my reputation? Let's talk about that.
Well, no, let's talk about how you stay civilized. I'm giving you compliments. So how do you
I've been
continue to earn
humbled.
those
I've been
compliments?
humbled so many times. So maybe it's out of fear to rise up too much. Fear of
You
humbling again.
behave out of fear.
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
What would
Sure.
you look like if you didn't? Like pretend you were completely comfortable just being yourself. You didn't have to put on a show or behave out of any sense of social propriety or what we might think of you.
It would be like the purest form of Barney.
Yeah, we want that.
You don't. It's
The
too.
Barney essence.
The world's not ready. It's sad. I know it's
It
sad.
sounds like you're not ready to give it to the world.
I used to give it to the world. And
Is there
then
anything in there?
the world? Yeah, I'm running it like 50%. The world's not ready. The world doesn't understand, or I'm not a good communicator. Which is a possibility. All things must be considered. No, I feel like I gotta
Hey,
get.
how's it going,
Well-
guys? Thank you. Have you been going for long,
Hello.
Joe? Hi, Sean. Have you been
I
going
don't,
for
whatever it says at the top.
an hour?
Do y'all see that, or is it just
Yeah,
me?
I just got in. I was listening to another stream. Sorry.
Oh, what stream?
I
Was
won't
that a
say
sneak
which one.
diss? That's a sneak diss. Get him out of here, Jeff. Don't take that disrespect.
I didn't know you were on. When I saw you
Why
alive,
would you
I was
listen
like,
to
oh,
another
Jeff's on.
stream
Go to
with some
whoever
guy
streams
with
they
some
want.
English accent with a shitty connection? Get him out of here.
Hey, I've got a membership. I'm loyal. No,
Yeah,
Jeff.
he actually contributes to the channel financially.
Damn it. Okay, you
Oh,
paid your
he's a
way in. Sorry,
stakeholder.
I take all that back.
I'd like to if I could, but
Well,
I'm
money
hard.
talks and
I'm
Barnes
a bit,
walks.
dude. I'm a bit hard up myself. I'm not a millionaire. Afraid.
Here, maybe Barnes, you can help me make a little bit of extra scratch today. How much would it take to drop you? I'm sure you've been in this position before.
Drop you.
Oh, she
Who
wants
wants
me
to
to
drop
pay $5 and I leave right now. Let's go.
No, more than that. 10. How much you
$10
think
I
you're,
leave right
you're
now.
not worth?
$15 at least.
How obnoxious can you be?
$20. $5.
I mean, this guy is like playing, some miso horny kind of shit. You're gonna get in trouble over that. The world doesn't find that funny anymore. Plus, he's a monger. You probably go to Thailand to get your rocks off, don't you? Where do you live? England or Australia? I can't tell the difference. Something closer to Thailand.
To me, punk.
What?
Do you have any like buy advice to give Barney? He hears from gays all the time, but maybe it'll help him to hear from an actual guy.
I've got good advice for everyone. Come out of the bi closet and just challenge
Is that
people.
your read?
See how they react. And the ones that overreact, you stay away from them. And the ones that react positively, that's the ones you can trust when you come out of your sad little bi closet that a lot of you guys are in.
That directed at me?
So you think he's in the closet? Well, I'm not. I'm
not making aspersions about anybody here. I didn't come
Oh.
to make trouble,
Oh.
but I do have standards.
Oh, that was like general advice. Does Barney meet your standards?
He's cool, but he's not my type, really. So
It's not really a question. It's on. Look at your gaydar. How many blips do you see out of us four? What's on your
maybe
gaydar right now?
at least 3. But you're maybe on the edge. You're like not one way or the other. So I'm not sure about you, Barney. But Sean's probably gay. He sounds it.
Well, no, I'm not. But I'm
all-
sympathetic to the gay cause. Well, I'm not sure about the trans, but I think the gays are fine. But
yeah, that's
I don't know, maybe not.
as long as you're okay with the gays, because you have to be.
Would you dance with him at salsa?
Would I?
Yeah.
Sean?
No, with
Well,
Barney.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, I'll
sure.
dance, but I wouldn't fucking do anything else.
So then, yeah, sure.
Sounds like Sean's a bit homophobic there. I mean, are you going to be with your morals and principles, sir? What's going on? Are you homophobic? You dancing
I'm
to
not
me,
a
but you wouldn't
homo.
suck me off in the
I'm not a.
bathroom? What's wrong
I'm
with
a
you?
homo. I'm not a homo. I'm a homo rectus.
That makes you even much more likely to be a homophobe, because if you're not a homo, that doesn't mean you should be.
Homo erectus?
No, homophobic.
Well, Sean
Homophobic.
is a homo erectus.
I'm gonna get a coffee on anyway.
That's one of the best words
What
ever. It
happens
really
when you
is.
do philosophy with barbarians?
What we're talking about tonight. Is this
Homo
the-
erectus. Did I land in another fucking all gay spot and didn't even know it?
If you'd have to have a floppius as well, wouldn't you?
A homo floppius? A homo suave?
Oh, what's the opposite of phobia? Philia. Yeah, just be more homophilic, guys.
All right, let me try something.
I am
Sean,
homophilic.
hold on. Sean, you sound like you're down with the cause. This is a test. Are trans women women? Go ahead, Sean. Unmute.
I'm 50-50 on it. I'm not sure if they're mentally ill. Even if
So
they are
they-
mentally ill, I would still allow them to transition, but maybe not when they're very young. But maybe
really
if
not-
it's a very extreme.
But we're only
If
talking
it's
about
Not the
extreme-
question, sir. Just stick to the question. Are trans women women? Go ahead.
Is this a
No,
court?
but would I
No,
allow them to
You
be
sound
called
transphobic,
women?
sir. What?
I would still allow them to be called women, but I would not scientifically say sex-wise they're not women, but
So in your head,
gender-wise, which is the
woman,
word.
but you could still call it woman.
I understand.
Civilized in behavior, but not feeling.
So they can see themselves however they like, but they can't force us to see them how they want to be seen.
That's my argument. That gets into some 1984 rats in cages shit.
All right, it's too many people
Hey,
here. I
trans-
gotta go. Does someone want to get $5 to kick me off so I can leave already?
Yeah, sure. I'll take him for $5 today. Anybody?
Can't just go for nothing.
I'll leave for free.
Sean, would you have sex with a trans woman?
Well, trans
on.
porn is actually quite popular, and I heard it's the right wing that likes it, but no.
You heard it from where? From
It-
who?
it-
From where?
Maybe if I
What's
was
your
desperate.
source?
No, actually, maybe if I was if I was good looking, maybe I would. Actually,
Okay,
maybe I
Blair.
would.
You would? What, in the pooper?
No, Barney.
Ricardo, honestly, I like when people cam up, but you're making me feel like, I don't know. Please camp down, bro.
Would you dance with him as salsa?
You can come ugly.
He has the cool lights. Like
No,
nobody
I
with
mean,
cool lights.
you're better
That's-
looking than me, but it's like,
Hey,
I don't know,
Track.
man. You're just giving me weird vibes.
Good. We can have change of scenery finally.
Maybe don't stare at me then.
Oh, the light's better there. Yeah, I guess if I got to deal with it, it's fine. Sean, would you put your wiener in a trans woman's butt?
What a
You don't have to
question.
answer that. You don't have to answer that.
All right.
Here,
Yes,
that
I
was free.
probably
I'll
would.
chip
Well,
in $5 myself.
Does that dude have any limits or what? Cray cray. Hi, Intractable. How you doing, man?
Doing very well. I hope everyone else is as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
What's up?
better. Yes. Thanks.
bearing up under the strain, you know.
How's it going?
Yeah. So, what is the Philosopher's Stone?
That's just from earlier.
That's a metaphor.
We're just doing regular open panel right now.
Oh, I got it.
Look, you're driving away the nice people. We want them here. That's okay. He left.
I'm all about the raunchiness, baby.
Got himself dropped. As usual. He just can't stay out of certain areas of the body.
Did someone pay to have him booted off, Jeff? Or?
I'm going to buy myself a coffee later.
Fair play. You gifted your own stream.
I'm confused by him. He's a transphobe, but is he also a gay phobe?
Well, he's
Not
not
sure.
here. We don't have, he's not here, so.
I don't think he is really. He's on the. I've seen Barney a lot. I think he's on the borderline of being, liking and not liking the gays. You can't quite decide, but obviously he comes here regularly, so you can't. Anybody that comes here regularly can't hate gay people because obviously
He's
Jeff is gay.
technically a co-host.
Right.
He's been an official co-host, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's co-hosted with other
But
people.
since he's not here, we're gonna move the conversation on. What track? What's going on?
Through that,
How you doing?
more for that.
Well, I mean, you know, life it just keeps moving, and you know, you get people hollering at you that you probably don't want to talk to, and you don't know why you don't want to talk to them, except for it's like, hey, honestly, sometimes, you know, I come here and to the panelverse, if you will, when it's like, hey, I don't want to talk to real people. Not that you all aren't real every place that I go, but I don't want to talk to people in my life. It's like, okay, I either see you every day, or, you know, I'm related to you, so I already know too much about you. And I got tired of talking to myself. So, you know, I click and see, hey, what's going on in the world? What are people that I really don't really know? What are y'all going on about? Because then we can, you know, you can veil yourself in vagueness, but at the same time, underneath that veil comes the truth. But you know, you don't have to deal with it, and sometimes it's a get it off your chest moment. You know.
Yeah.
Which yeah, like novelty.
I would like to confess something. I stole the cookie from the cookie jar, right? You can't see my face, but I want to admit something.
Yeah. Big deal.
Shift, is there anything you want to admit?
Please don't overreact.
No,
Shifty.
but hi, how are y'all?
Hey.
Is my mic okay? Is it all fucked
Yeah.
up?
It's sultry.
It's okay.
ASMR,
Oh.
perfect.
It's booming.
Okay, so I want to change it all real quick, and then you can go back to your regularly scheduled this. Yeah.
Change it. You don't even have to take us back.
Okay, so this is IRL. I want to pick your brains because I can't make sense of it, but I know there's meaning. So I ordered groceries for delivery because shout out Princess. Anyways, and I had to meet the like minimum order for whatever, delivery order fee, whatever. So my last item was a donut because I ordered from a market that has a bakery, yada yada yada. You follow me so far? This is important.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the donut?
Wait. So I ordered this donut and I'm so excited for this fucking donut, right? Just for the record, it's not my go-to order, but it was a old-fashioned sour cream glazed donut that I selected because I have reasons. I'll keep it succinct and let it just be that. Okay, went with that donut. Okay, I stand by it. Anyways, here's the situation. I don't get my donut. The courier made a substitution for my donut, and I wanted to ask you, what do you think that this stranger chose for an
Honey bun.
appropriate? Yeah, anybody else feel free to let me know what you think. So again, I just want to stress that there's bakery and market. Sky limit.
That's why I don't do order, because of the substitution thing. I can't
I know.
ever.
Lean, I'm taking my struggle on tour. I know there's meaning to this. Okay, so nobody else wants to guess. What'd you say? I think you mean bagel. What's that?
I love the way you say donut. It's so good.
Say what?
Donut.
Oh, donut. Yeah. Well, what do you think they brought? What do you think they brought instead? What do you think that this person thought? You know what? There's not that donut is not here, but I know what this bitch wants. What do you think they substituted my fucking treat with?
Donuts is the
Cheese
whole
whiz.
the hole in the middle necessary? Do you need that?
Some
The
donuts
hole?
don't have a hole. Some donuts don't have a hole.
Is it a
Hole.
donut without the hole?
Wait, it was a
I
savory
usually just
donut.
get the hole.
Better with the hole because you can get more.
I don't know how to answer that. It was a sweet donut. Well, I don't know because I didn't get it. I didn't get to eat it.
Wait,
But
did you say they gave
Wait,
you
there's no
cheese whiz?
savory donuts out there.
yeah,
Is
what's a
there
savory?
savory donut?
I don't know. That seems like a meaty donut. That's what I think when I think of savory. I think like a pot pie donut or something fucked up like that. I'm not sure if that's your vibe, but that's where I go. Okay, but yeah. Well, there you go. Helena's ruining it in the chat with the correct answer.
Cream
This
cheese?
person
Is that what
blocked
they
a
gave you?
fucking brick of cream cheese. Is what they're like. You know what? Fuck this donut. I'm gonna bring a brick of cream cheese. What does that mean? I know it
Thought they
means
had to
something.
for the similar item. Like, it's
What?
not even from the same department.
How does the robot? How did the robots approve this? I'm telling
I
you, this
would
is like
call the
some Da
robot
Vinci Code thing. No, I don't want to fuck with it because like where I live, like this is a blessing. You know what I mean? I don't want to fuck with the one person that brings me supplies. It's okay,
Actually,
Elena. I'm
not
just,
mine.
just saying. The story is sus. I feel like it means something. I just can't figure it out what the lesson is. You know what I mean?
You think it's a spiritual,
I think it is
supernatural?
something. All of it. It has all of it. There's passion. There's what was it? Prudence. There's all sorts of. There's everything. There's energy.
Forethought.
It has all the things. It has a like and subscribe situation. Anyway, I don't know.
They mistook cream cheese for icing.
Oh my gosh! See, if they had brought me a tub of frosting, this would be like so. I would have. That would have been so superb. Like that would have been. First of all, I'd be on top of the world. I wouldn't sleep for like 4 months because I'd be so fucking hyper from frosting intake because I couldn't not eat it all. I would. Yeah. Damn it! I wish it was
seemed like
frosting.
the cream cheese would be a better value.
It was
Right.
cheaper too. A brick of cream cheese was not stupid.
Cheaper
Was
than
cheaper than I don't know. Yeah. So I saved. I don't know. Maybe they had a coupon. See, maybe you're onto something because
I had a digital coupon for a free sweet treat today.
now you just sold on one. What the fuck, dude?
Maybe you had a
Saving it.
Damn it, Ricardo. Why you gotta fuck with me like this? Don't you hear my heartbreak?
Mhm.
Now I
Your
want
heart-
frosting. Damn it.
This is such a deep philosophical, stupid story.
It isn't all of those
No,
things. It is. Ancient people have been pondering this mystery for all of time. I think you don't get it because you're not a Mensa, but Jeff gets it.
Donuts or cupcakes? Which are better?
Who would your top 5 be?
Oh, wait,
mean,
I'm going through a tunnel.
I get caught up in those order replacements sometimes
Hmm.
because I'll be at work and the wife will say, hey, what time are you getting off? Tell her the time. She's like, oh, that's perfect. On your way home, swing by the store and park in this spot and let me know when you're there because they're going to put the groceries in your trunk. Like, okay, I can do that. Sounds fair.
Nice service.
Pull up, go through the business. I help whoever it is, load the groceries, and they're groceries. It's a trunk full of groceries. Perfect. Close the trunk, go home, unload, and tell she's the one that puts everything away. With everything's in her spot and everything's what she ordered. But when it's not, I'm the one that catches hell for it. It doesn't matter if something's missing or something got replaced. It's like, well, this, that, or the other, where is it? And it's, fuck if I know. I didn't make the order. You told me to go to a store, pick things up. I went to a store, I picked things up. They replaced something. It's happened before. Like, a case of water, right? Bottled water, 24 pack of water. I guess they were out of whatever she asked for, so they put 2 1-gallon jugs of water as the replacement. It's bottled, right? But it's like, come on, man.
That wasn't good
You
enough.
can check it to not do substitutions too. That's what we used to have to do.
I swear it's just getting beat up like I was the clerk or the stocker or the bagger or the cashier or something like that, or the person picking the order. It's like,
It sounds a lot like girls I've had, like she who must be obeyed. It's like, oh, gotta get it right, or I'll be in trouble.
yeah, but do you know how long it would take to that would require like a video conference at the moment of pickup between me and my spouse, and the person is like, okay, check the receipt, unbag all the bags, and I want to see every item, like the receipt checkers at Walmart when they get in trouble. It's like, can I see your receipt? It's like, no, you can't see my receipt. Look at your camera. I paid for it. But if you're checking your own receipt while they're trying to give it to you, if they give you the wrong thing, it's like, well, you're not gonna mistake a $2 box of macaroni and cheese for a 50-inch TV. You know what I'm saying? Because if they brought out a TV, I don't care if you brought any groceries at all.
Yeah, I used to fight with them too. I don't let them check my receipts.
I get digital receipts for this one shop I go in, so they're all online. I guess it saves paper, but yeah, you can't lose those. It's all on line. It's all online somewhere.
Well, it's not about the proof. It's about what you get away with. So
Yeah.
If you're trying to steal something, people have done this with just taking other people's receipts. So let's say I bought, X amount of thing, and I go back with a receipt and be like, oh, well, this isn't the right thing. And then they exchange a different thing or an empty box or something. Then they walk out with something that they didn't pay for. So there's cheating the system, even if you have proof. Proof can be used to cheat the system, but they can also,
use it against you
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Life is all about stealing. If we didn't, humans would not be alive if we didn't steal from nature. But I guess there's limits to it. There's always a balance to be had. You have to balance the force. Balance the force.
Sure.
It's philosophy right there, according to Sean.
Because have you ever been to a store where you saw, something that you were going to get anyway, but maybe it was this package or that package, and you saw a deal, and it was like, well, I'm going to buy the package that's on deal. And, I'm going to buy the 24 pack because it's cheaper than buying 2 12 packs or whatever. That's a sale. But then you get up to the register and you just trust in your mind that what was written on the shelf is what's going to scan, and you don't check it. Well, then you just paid full price for the bigger thing. I've literally walked somebody back and been like, hey, you see it says right there, and then they're like, oh, well, so-and-so was supposed to change that, but then they correct it. It doesn't matter whether the store was right or wrong, or whether I was right or wrong. What matters is it's right there. Give it to me for cheaper. If you don't check, well, then maybe they just robbed you of $2. And $2 means a lot in the long run.
Yeah, especially when you don't have $2.
And as a matter of principle, it's tough when you buy 100 items and you're trying to feed your family to micro check every little thing that costs $1.99, but it rang up $4.99. But if you buy one thing and you're like, and you bought it because it was at that good price, and it doesn't ring up right, but like, oh nope, I got something to say.
Now they
Sorry
got
to
the
waste.
digital coupons that you have to fight with them to ring up. They don't scan all the time. So I started I take a picture of the shelf tag and I have to show the picture to them at the register. Look, this is on sale. It's not scanning. Sales are not easy anymore. They've gotten high tech. Now you need an app to get some of the prices.
You're right.
Hey, and I don't have anything against whatever bagels with whatever toppings you like on them, but if I order a donut and you bring me a bagel, I've got a bit of an issue with that.
What if they just brought you cream cheese, like a block of cream cheese?
You'd be like, what am I supposed to smear that on? Yeah, exactly. Myself.
You better have a very special friend.
So what would the way there's philosophy for everything? For what would be the philosophical teaching from this? We're like Greek philosophers here, boys.
Take whatever wisdom.
Well, the philosophy I would take from it would be very practical, which is don't. It would be about managing expectations and depending on others to meet your needs. Because I know from having delivery like that they substitute, and that if something's important enough to not substitute, I either need to check the unsubstitute option or not order online like that, which is why I don't do it.
There's another way to look at it too, and well, I guess this is a two-sided thing, and one that has already been said many, many times before, and that is don't trust anyone. And the other side of it is, yay, cream cheese.
Exactly. Yes. That is the philosophical lesson. The experience is what you make it, as with everything else.
It's the quantum. It's the quantum. Woo. It's the positive and negative of quantum something.
Yeah. Hey, are you the consummate pessimist? Or do you look on the bright side of life?
Always. At least half the time, anyway. Always look on the bright side of life.
Look on the sunny side, keep on sunny side, keep on sunny side of life. That's the quarter.
I like it.
It might even be.
We should all start singing.
Raise the energy.
Yeah, who would we? I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't be much without Monty Python.
I would either, but I don't need a lot of money. I never have.
You need a lot of love.
A lot of what?
I need a lot of love. I never get.
You can buy it.
I don't need a lot of that either. I'm pretty independent.
Love is for free. Well, you can also buy it, but
I'm very picky about my love.
Oh, but do you ever read books?
Huh?
Something wrong with your audio untrackable.
Oh, I thought it was Ricardo. Well, we could always do an intermission and panel dance. We have some funk music.
If you want.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Let me do a little change of wardrobe here.
Yeah. Not very colourful today. Blending in with the weather. Miserable.
There.
Not that bad.
Yeah, let's see if this jacket fits.
And show my whole body rather than just my face. Give me a sec.
Oh my god, I forgot my antlers this whole time. Oh, I feel like such a bad dear. All right. Panel dance time, everybody. What kind of meadow is this? Let's find out.
Что за лук, корова, не топчи меня больше. Brown chicken! Brown chicken!
Luca. Luca.
Что за лук, корова, не топчи меня больше. Brown chicken! Brown chicken!
Ой, я не знаю, где твой след. Для меня травы здесь. Что здесь можно, что нельзя? Где мои друзья?
Что за лук, корова, не топчи
меня
вообще. Brown chicken! Что мне делать, как мне быть, как загонит долго жить я и ты? Мы не одни, встретят на в огне. Brown chicken!
Brown chicken. Что за лук, корова, не топчи
меня больше. Brown chicken!
Не топчи меня больше.
Brown chicken!
Moo. Caw.
Yeehaw!
That's pretty good. That was pretty good, my guys.
That
Dude,
was-
Thanks.
AI is like, I'm gonna say, I think AI
Sean, were you
is gonna
dancing?
do stuff.
Dancing, mate.
I was exercising there. Whew.
Yeah, we couldn't see you.
Yeah, well, I'm in dark.
Okay.
You seen me before anyway.
You're
I
in
look like Jesus.
have, but you're in incognito mode. Thank you. I don't know.
Right.
So
Yeah, I tried to put a blazer on, but it doesn't stand out very well with the hoodie.
I get to take my shirt off. That's fun. Cheers, Jeff. Like that.
Dude, AI, man. Dude, I looked up AI classical music, and there was some pretty good songs there, like. So you can even do classical music now.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be very easy to do.
There's Beethoven.
So it's fake classical music.
Chunk of Tchaikovsky. And a bit of Bach.
That's right.
Put my shirt back on. Ooh,
You're coming in very low, Ricardo.
Hey, to any drivers out there, have you noticed a difference in your gas prices in your region? Because my gas prices dropped from like $2.99 to now they're in the 250s.
I don't drive. I never bought gas.
Wait, how much
Jesus
are they?
said, "Don't worry." Jesus said, "Don't worry about food. He'll take care of it. If you believe in him, he'll take care of it."
Again, I'd like to see how.
I'm very lost. I'm
Jesus
very
said,
confused.
More than pure faith.
Jesus said in the Bible, "Don't worry about food. If you believe in me, I'll take care of it." The New Testament.
Oh, I don't. I've never read it.
Is that how you feed yourself?
It's not my book.
Well, if you believe in him hard enough.
Is the Bible made of chocolate? Because then I would believe.
They probably have chocolate Bibles.
Be interested.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jesus. Don't strike me with lightning right now. I'm thinking
Jesus
about
is that
chocolate.
y'all worry about Jesus striking y'all? He seems so hippie.
Well, a worrying amount of people do. I follow a lot of religious stuff, and I'm
talking
worrying
about
that
you
this.
in your personal life. Has there ever been a time when you had no food and you believed in Jesus enough and somehow you got fed?
No.
So you got no evidence that it even worked. Not looking good for Christianity. I don't know. Oh, I've got a joke about that actually. Hang on, how does it go? As the bishop said to the prostitute. How does it go?
Your mic's still doing weird.
My one is.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
try like this thing.
I can come back in.
Oh,
BRB.
Nah, I can barely understand you.
Yeah, I was never really considered myself hungry until I lost a job one time. And it was like, okay, how am I going to feed myself? Well, then I just got another job. So,
did you have a family at the time, or was it just you?
Oh no, at the time it was just me. If I lost my job now, I would probably have the same question. Oh shit, how are we going to keep this roof over our heads? I'm pretty confident I would find another job, but if if you pray to Jesus to feed you, and then one day you find yourself hungry, why not just read a different book?
Yeah, I was just criticizing religion, but I understand the worry about inflation and prices and all. It's all going up, like. But Trump will fix it. Believe in Trump.
Nobody brought
Or
up Trump a single time here.
Believe in capitalism. Have faith in capitalism.
Wait, hang on, pause, dude, pause, Sean, put the brakes on. Where are you getting this from? Because nobody talked about any of that today. So this is something you're getting off the internet, not from conversation that's actually happening.
Don't worry.
Anything about Trump or capitalism or any of that. Inflation.
Jesus said, "Don't worry, be happy." Because every little thing is gonna be fucked anyway in 10 years' time, so don't worry about it.
I thought I was Bob Marley. Jesus, funny. Yeah, he was the Black Jesus, the Rasta Jesus.
I mean, he had straight up agriculture in that hair. I don't think he ever went hungry.
Well, now we're getting Antler Jesus
Yeah,
for
Rasta.
2026.
All right.
Manly
Here you go,
Antler
man.
Jesus. We're making masculinity
Nobody
great
could
again.
play reggae like him. He's the master.
I think it's still doing that, Ricardo.
How's my voice now?
Mm,
I can hear him.
so.
Is it okay?
A little bit.
I got the volume right. You sound a bit quiet.
No. Just, you
Should be
have to
wearing
understand.
headphones, really. I'm working on. I've been told by someone on another stream to get some like AirPods headphones or something because
Do you have any just normal headphones?
well, I do, but they're broken and the microphone's not very good on them anyway. Only one ear works. Right ear's broken.
Yeah, I don't know what causes that from a phone.
Is it?
But sometimes we can hear you and other times we can't.
Yeah. It could be the signal as well. Could be the VPN.
Well, to all you
Yeah, I
lovely
think
people, I'm gonna say good evening. Jeff, if you're up later, maybe I'll see you then. If not, everyone enjoy their beautiful day that we have, and
Thank you, man.
hey, all the love. That's all I
thanks.
can do.
All the
You
love.
too. You
Big
too.
love,
Just
bro.
See you.
share it with y'all. So take care of each other, have fun, and keep doing it.
Cheers, truck. Talk to
Thanks.
you later.
All right, I
Mm.
think I am gonna wind down. So
So,
who's go next?
okay, let's wind down. Catch you later, everyone. Love
All
you.
right, take care,
All right,
Ricardo.
bye.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah. So you want to talk more philosophy and
No, I'm
science
gonna wind
stuff?
down. I'm gonna wrap up.
All right.
Do you have
Okay.
anything you want to say?
Um, live long and prosper. Science stuff. Believe in all the science. Well, some of the science that's correct, but you need the scientific method. You need to know how to find the truth in that. It's complicated. Feck.
Yeah, I guess learn the scientific method. That's that's the cornerstone to understanding science. And I remember learning it in like third or fourth or fifth grade at least.
And what's the best way to find the truth?
I don't know. Depends on what kind of truth you're looking for.
The truth of everything. What's the best way to find truth about
I don't
everything?
know. That's too broad. What is everything? Where do you even start? You don't think people have tried to find the truth of everything before?
Um, yeah. What's the answer to the universe? 42.
Well, Ricardo, you'd
I
have to
found it
know
out.
what you're studying, what you're observing. So there can be a science as long as there's something to observe that you can communicate to other people, that they can also come along and observe and measure and experiment on. So until you have that, I don't know if you really have a science. That's part of the problem with psychology and sociology. What are they studying? Hey, freak. All right, Sean, we'll talk to you later. Good chatting.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Take care. Okay. Uh, I may be out later. I may be out. I probably will be out tomorrow. So, um, that's all I got, folks. Take care. Have fun. Come on next week. Saturday, I want to do antler night. So get all your reindeer stuff. Oh shit, I forgot. Shop. Anyway, see you later.
Thank